Hi, and welcome to this information video on the COSCA Counselling Certificate Skills course here at Strathclyde University in the Centre for Lifelong Learning. My name is Pam Dawson and I am the course leader for the programme. I did this course many years ago when I wanted to retrain and do something totally different. I found the course absolutely inspirational and transformative, to be honest. I loved it and I still love the course. And I'm really proud of the fact I did my certificate here, I did my diploma here at Strathclyde, and I now oversee the programme. So I've come full circle and I hope you get so much out of this course, I really do. So let me just give you a little bit of background. So COSCA is the governing body for counselling and psychotherapy in Scotland. This is their training course, their material, and Strathclyde University Centre for Lifelong Learning is an accredited training provider. So how do we deliver the course here at Strathclyde? Well, we have two ways. We have what we call the regular provision, which runs from September to June, or we have what we call condensed, which runs from January to June, April to December with your summer break. So what that means is on a regular session, you would do 1 unit per week, whether that's online or on campus. The condensed version, you do 2 units, whether you're online or on campus every time you're in. Why that's important is that COSCA, as the governing body, require an 85% attendance rate for this course. We at the university strive for 100% because of the experiential nature, but you have a requirement of 85. Basically, what that means is you're allowed to miss 2 units in any one module. But if you miss another unit, then I'm afraid you're off the course because you will not have met that requirement. Any units that you do miss, you're asked to do an additional skills practice and or written assignment, okay? So in terms of how it's structured and what your day would look like, because if I'd have known this, I mean, I don't know whether this will help or hinder, but the first day of the class is really nerve-wracking. It's like the first day back at school. But basically what will happen is you will have a check-in, and check-ins are really important to just see where everybody is, where your head is, where everything's going on, especially if you're online and you're waiting for Amazon to come in or you're waiting for the post and you know the dog's going to bark. That's just letting folk know what happens, okay? So you have a check-in. There is then a tutor input, not an academic tutor input, an informal tutor input. Then there may be skills practice, individual activities or group work activities. The skills practices are really important because we ask you to do real play and not role play. So if you do go on after watching this video to apply for the course, you'll notice that there's a question that asks about any traumatic experiences that you've had that might affect your engagement. I'm the only one that looks at these applications, and as a qualified accredited counsellor, I'm looking to make sure that your trauma history or your trauma journey isn't going to get opened up and things like that on this course, okay? Because we ask for real play. So every student will bring their own issues, their own stories, their own past to our skills practices. So there's really important that confidentiality is an absolute must, respect and trust, okay? And we do a lot of work to build that into the program. So don't worry about that just yet. But within that, we ask you to be really mindful of what you bring to skills practices because you may have dealt with your trauma and you may be okay to talk about it, but other people might not be. So we have some strong guidelines which we need you to adhere to, okay? The way the actual course is structured is that there are 4 modules. Within each of those 4 modules, there are 12 units. So going back to the attendance, like I say, you can miss 2 units in any one module, miss another one, and that's you off the course. Your assessments for the course, you have an essay of varying length, starting from 1,000 words and ending in 2,000 words in module 4. You'll have skills practices where you're videoed or audio recorded, and you'll do a presentation. And all 3 parts of these assignments need to be passed before you can go on to the next level. So in terms of the actual way we work, as I say, it's a very informal course and it's very experiential. You're going to be talking about things that we don't get to talk about in regular life. And you're going to be exploring what makes you tick, why you feel the way you feel, why certain issues maybe get you and you don't know where they come from. We help you explore all of that. So hopefully This has just given you a little bit more about the course and to what it would look like on a daily basis. As I say, the course is one of these that you can't coast it. Okay, so if you think this is a certificate level and it's just going to be showing up, that's not what this course is. This course asks a lot of you in terms of opening up, trusting people, and being able to share your experiences and being open to feedback. You know, the only way we learn is to be open to having some critical friend feedback, you know, whether you're developing your skills, whether, you know, how you're conducting yourself, what you're learning about yourself. And the one thing I would strongly recommend if you do come on the course is COSCA have very helpfully provided self-evaluation forms at the end of each unit. If you can fill those in every single time you do a unit, when you come to write your final essay in Module 4, which is a culmination of the journey that you'll have been on, Module 4 essay practically writes itself. And just a wee note on essays, they're not academic, okay? What we want is your personal understanding of what you're learning. How is it changing you? How is it impacting on you? So it's a very different style of writing. And we've got really comprehensive assessment guidance, and your tutor will take you through everything you need to know. So I really hope that's just given you a really quick snapshot of what the course is like. I really hope you apply and you get on the course because, as I say, for me, it was life-changing. I loved it. Best thing I ever did. And I really hope to see you soon. Take care.